What's up everybody, what's up YouTube, Joe Dobby here, back at it again with another deck profile for you. This is more of an update / analysis recap of my store championship held at 3 Kingdom Games, which I managed to place first with my updated DanDevimon ChaosGallantmon deck. And boy, let me tell you, this one actually put in so much work. This is probably the best version of this deck that I've managed to build. And we'll go into matchups towards the end, but for now, let's get into the deck profile, starting off with 1 copy of Pagumon. This is the structure deck with the inheritable skill on deletion. Trash the top 2 cards of your deck. Great way to start building your Devimon in trash to get that Dan out sooner. Also, not too bad if you mill like a ChaosGallantmon, because I do run 1 copy of Migi on here. So there are some good ways Pagumon can put in lots of work. Next, the best egg in purple, guys. Demimeramon on deletion, draw 1, trash 1. Great inheritable skill, allows you to cycle through your deck better and be more selective in terms of what cards you plan on tossing into the trash. So let's get into the rookies. Obviously, we gotta run the 4 copies of the promo DanDevimon. So if you have 7 or more Digimon in trash with Devimon in its name, then on deletion, this Digimon can bring out a DanDevimon from trash, which is how you pretty much cycle DanDevi over and over again with the synergy with Chaos Gallant in order to really just never run out of bodies. It's really awesome. Alright, diving into the 2-drop Devimon here. The 2-drop's great because sometimes I just need to drop 1 body on the board before triggering Chaos Gallant, so I can not only destroy my opponent's level 5 or lower Digimon on Digivolve, but I can also bring out either a Demi-Devi or a Guilmon, as you will see later, to set up my next turn. So the 2-drop comes in super clutch. At the very least, it'll force my opponent to stay at 1 memory, which is really awesome. Next, we're running 4 copies of the Guilmon. Super powerful synergy here with the ChaosGallantmon, and actually with Black War Growlmon and Deathclaw. So Guilmon is an absolutely must-have card in the deck because it has given me enough work. It has put enough work to actually get me into a more advantageous position in turns where I don't necessarily have an advantage. Like if my opponent's constantly choking me, Guilmon actually allows me to make a play and still advance my boards. A very good card there. On deletion, if this card was deleted by an effect, gain a memory. I just thought I'd share that real quick. Next, we got 2 copies of Gazimon, our memory controlling Digimon. During all turns, your opponent can't gain memory except with tamer effects. So great way to stop a lot of Digimon out there and a lot of options out there that could potentially gain you memory. Hammer Spark, Jack Raid. Alright, getting into the champions here. 4 copies of Retaliation Devimon. Great way to protect your stack if you haven't brought out DanDevimon yet. It allows you to safely be suspended. If you're not facing green, Nidhogg will not exist, so anything that would want to swing over your stack will get retaliation and also be destroyed. Also, if you are confident enough that you've kind of sifted through your green matchups and you know that they're not running Nidhogg or they're running very few amounts of Nidhogg, you can actually still protect the stack because green does want to swing over things. But pretty much anything that wants to swing over your Devimon is there to protect and also set up a removal from raising, which is something that you really can't, I guess, play around unless you drop like a blocker. But that's alright. Next, we're running 4 copies of the 1 cost to Evo blocker Devimon. Sorry about the glare up here. 1 cost to Evo, very good card, and is a blocker to boot. At 5k, there are a couple things that could still kill it at 5k, but at that point, you're really using this as a bridge to get up into your megas, particularly ChaosGallantmon, because I can burst this Digimon out and bring it out later, and I will show you how. Next, we are running 3 copies of Vilemon. This deck requires some setup, so the 3 blockers, well, the 7 blockers total are really good. Vilemon also bypasses a lot of things that tend to ruin your plays when your Digimon have 5k or less DP on the board. So Wildmon gets around that, so you can safely raise it, makes it a little bit more challenging to reduce its DP, and doesn't get nidhogged while it's active or anything like that. So very good blocker to have as your bridge to a level 5, or as pretty much just a straight up blocker. I'm also running a lot of blockers here just to prep for the Rookie Rush matchup. I know Rookie Rush is slowly getting more rampant, but the 7 blockers is really all I need because of stuff that you'll see later on. Next, running 4 copies of Black War Growlmon here. Love this card. Strong card. Unfortunate that it's Digiburst 3, but at that point I'm not really upset because you get to bring out a level 3 Digimon, and that's where you get your synergy with the DemiDevi promo. So sometimes if you have enough Devimon in trash, you can Digiburst the Black War Growl, bring this out, Digivolve it into a blocker, and then go into, I don't know, maybe another DanDevimon here. So if you do block their first swing, you have 2 DanDevimon out on the board now. So if they try for a second swing, they lose security. So little niche plays like that ultimately make it that much more difficult for your opponent to play around certain things. And I think it's awesome. Inheritable ability as well. When attacking once per turn, you can delete one of your other Digimon to unsuspend this Digimon. So if you have a ChaosGallantmon out already, and you want to go for the full offensive play here, or you might have a level 7 you want to Digivolve into, but you want to keep that Chaos Gallant's effect because you can keep cycling rookies from trash, you can potentially, you know, pop one of your blockers with the DemiDevi stack, bring out Dan. Now you've got a Dan and a Chaos Gallant, and then you can either Evo over the Dan or simply, you know, do something else, because a rookie will be coming out in addition to that, which is super good. It's very swarmy, which I really like. I'm having a ton of fun with this deck, guys. Next, I'm running only 3 copies of Lady Devimon. When Digivolved, you get to draw 2 and then trash 2. Great for cycling, especially if you're bricking. And it's also got a really good inheritable skill. So when you use an option card, you can delete one of your opponent's level 3 Digimon. So once again, a little bit more Rookie Rush hate and a little bit more Lord Knight Rushy Swarm hate, to, you know, just to control certain board states that might go too rampant out. Yeah. And then 1 copy of Chimeramon. I only need to see this Chimeramon in trash. I'm not really hard playing this Chimeramon ever. I just want it in trash, and you'll see why. For the Megas, guys, exciting times. I'm running 3 copies of ChaosGallantmon. I love ChaosGallantmon. You already know, top Digimon, DemiDevi, Gabumon, Guilmon, those are my boyos. Chaos Gallant is awesome. When Digivolving, you may delete one of your other Digimon to delete one of your opponent's level 5 or lower. So what you can actually do is delete a Digimon with this promo to bring out Dan, and then Chaos Gallant's secondary effect, which is once per turn, you can bring out a level 3 or lower Digimon from trash when a Digimon of yours is deleted. So you can bring out a Dan and set up your next Dan with the promo DemiDevi that you just trashed. And you're destroying a level 5 Digimon. Synergy. Synergy. So I love the Chaos Gallant here. There's a lot of hesitation. You know, the common question is like, Jadabi, all of your Megas are 4 cost to Evo. Like, why? And I'm like, I have 1 Mega that's 3 cost to Evo, and the other 3 4 cost to Evo Megas I'm actually playing for free, so... Alright, let's get into the DanDevimon. So, this is the... Oh, this is a great momentum swing card, boy, let me tell you. During your opponent's turn, when a card is removed from your security stack, you trash the top card of your opponent's security stack. So you are kind of punishing your opponent for attacking you. And there are many ways you can play around this to maximize it towards your benefit. One is by being super aggressive. You draw into a bunch of rookies, no problem. Get the rookies set up. If your opponent does not have a blocker, in this meta, chances are they won't, because everyone's kind of just going up the ladder here. Start swinging. And on deletion, DanDevi still punishes your opponent because your opponent will end up trashing 2 cards from their hand, which can be very debilitating against matchups that don't have a lot of draw. Like, for example, green, red. Well, red has a bit more draw now, but you guys know Lastly, one copy of Digimon. This card, this card is so clutch. If for nothing else except its when Digivolving effect. I literally had a game during the store championship where I would Digivolve into Digimon because he was the only Mega I would have. But I did have a Tamer out. And then I would trash the top 5 cards of my deck, one of them being a Chaos Gallant. And my opponent, I noticed, had a lot of level 4s out. Like, he had like a level 4, level 3 on the board, and a level 3 in Raising. And you could tell he was like looking for, right? Because it was a Gabumon, it was a Hexblow. And the first 5 cards he trashes, 4 of them were level 5s. 4 of them were level 5 Digimon, and that was what he needed to progress into the game. And because he could not see one after that trash, after trashing those, literally half his level 5s, I was really able to just go up and do whatever I want for like 4 turns in a row and then just win after that. So Digimon, if not for the on deletion effect, its when Digivolving effect is enough, because it also sets up your DanDevimon and your Chaos Gallant by potentially getting rid of DanDevimon, putting it in trash, or trashing Digimon like Guilmon, valuable Digimon that you can bring out later. Digimon does all of that, which is awesome. For level 7s, I'm running 3 copies of Zwart Defeat. Now, Zwart Defeat is a super strong card in this deck because, once again, you can pop Tamers when you Digivolve over one of these. In addition to that, its on deletion effect is you can delete one of your opponent's other Digimon. So, with a full stack Devi, you can delete something with Zwart D and then bring out DanDevi, which is super cool, right? Like, the idea behind this deck is every time you're deleting something, I bring something back. And that's something that is really powerful in today's kind of like, so that's that. It also comes out of security. Doesn't kill the Digimon, but it comes out of security as a 13k DP beast with an amazing on deletion effect. Next, I'm running 2 copies of the Omnimon Zwart, and Zwart is super powerful, 15k DP. When Digivolving, you trash the top 3 cards of your deck. Again, you're setting up your DanDevis. And then you may play 2 purple or black Digimon with a play cost of 8 without paying its cost. That's when I can start setting up my Chimeramon plays to remove one of my opponent's Digimon. Or I can even set up a Lady Devi if I'm facing Rookie Rush, so I can Digivolve it over that, or a War Growl if I want to pull full offensive, or I can bring out blockers to play more defensive and set up my, lethal turn without my opponents potentially pulling lethal on me. When attacking, you may return 1 level 6 Digimon card from this Digimon's Digivolution sources in order to delete one of your opponent's Digimon that is unsuspended with a play cost of 12 or less. So, great finisher, great momentum swing, great ability to defend yourself if you are unable to finish yet. You can set up lethal and defend yourself, giving you that opportunity to pretty much just steal the deal from there. You gotta have the 2 Zwart. I really like this, and it's been working very well. I'm running 2 copies of Tai and Matt Ishida. I really only need to see Tai and Matt Ishida once, but I will potentially add another Matt Tai Ishida in this deck. I might cut a Deathclaw for it, but Matt and Tai Ishida, if your opponent has a level 6 or higher Digimon in play, gain 2 memory, and it stacks with however many of these cards you have on the board. And your turn, all of your Digimon with Omnimon in their names gain security attack plus. From security, it just gets played. So I'm running 5 Digimon with Omnimon in their names right here. And let me tell you, sometimes Zwart Defeat will come out of security and it'll have 13k security attack plus 1 because of the Matt Tai next turn. And sometimes that's all I need. Because if my opponent, if I have a rookie out and I've got like 1 security left or whatever, my opponent has like 1 swing and then 2 security out, that's all I need to win. So very, very effective. And such a great tamer, powerful tamer. Next, I'm running 1 copy of Mega Digimon Fusion because sometimes I can just accelerate very quickly with this card, go to so much advantage in terms of the board state. Like, if I'm at 3 memory, for example, and I'm able to go into Zwart for free, I can bring out the Devi promo, and then maybe a Chimera, and then kill something else, and then Digivolve over the Demi-Devi promo to set up Dan next turn. So even if the Zwart goes away at the end of turn, because Mega Digifusion does send the level 7 to the bottom of your deck at the end of the turn, the Zwart would have put in so much work when attacking, from bringing out 2 level 5s, or a level 5 and a level 4, level 5, level 3, whatever, and it allows you to set up your DanDevi next turn, or even remove something else with the Chaos Gallant before ending your... I think that is super powerful. Sometimes, instead of sending the Zwart to the bottom of the deck, I'll swing with the Zwart, do everything I need to do, and then Digivolve into ChaosGallantmon, killing the Zwart that was going to go to the bottom of the deck anyway, to delete another Digimon, and then ChaosGallantmon's effect will bring out a rookie. So lots of swarm potential here, lots of big brain, big plays. Lastly, 2 copies of Deathclaw. You may delete one of your opponent's Digimon to delete one of your opponent's level 4 or lower Digimon. I'm debating as to whether I should have 2 of these. I might cut one just so I can add another Matt Tai. I'm actually going to test that because I haven't really seen it put too much work. But Deathclaw is a very, very powerful card. It did put in a lot of work against green, actually. So in my green matchup, I managed to pretty much stop my opponent from Digizorption, from using Digizorption on other Digimon. So he had to use it on the same stack in order to progress and Digivolve, because I kept using Deathclaw with Guilmon to like kill their level 3 or their level 4 or whatever they were using Digizorption with, and the main stack would have to be suspended in order to go for free. So sometimes I'd punish my opponent from being able to evo for free by swinging over it or using retaliation because they Digizorped, right? So great card here. Don't know if I want to cut one because I can't bring it back. There's like no way. I don't run Dracmon, I don't run Purple Mat, so there's no way to bring it back. So I might test it for what this deck is right now. Very good deck, guys, let me tell you. Matchups, I faced round 1 Hexablaumon. The Megidramon put in work, trashed all of the level 4s, or level 5 Digimon actually, during the Digivolution effect, and that was it. That sealed the deal. And game 1, opponent could not get in a Hexablau fast enough. I was being too aggressive with my rookies, and I was really just sending things to my grave to set up Dan, and then I would have like a blocker over it to stop it. And sometimes against Hexblau, first turn hard playing the Dan is really great because I can go into like Zwart D and swing over the Hex if they try to get aggressive on my security. So depending on my hand, it can be very, very powerful. Game 2, I faced Set Control. Did not. It was just so good against Set Control. Like, this thing kept coming back. You kill it, it comes back. You kill it, it comes back, you know? You kill Dan with the Demi stack, the Dan comes back. You kill Chaos Gallant. I mean, you kill something, Chaos Gallant will bring something back, you know? So I was able to apply tons and tons of pressure that way to pretty much cycle through all the removal that was in my opponent's security, and that's how I took it. Game 3, I was facing green. It was kind of like a green control with Bancho Stingmon. I think he was only running Nidhogg and Banchos, pretty much. We took turns bricking, game 1, game 2, game 3. I managed to win it at game 3. And, you know, it was a very, very tough matchup. I feel like I played around Nidhogg very well by ensuring that I had a rookie in raising all the time. And using the 2-drops to Digivolve up on the field was very, very powerful because I could keep the rookie in my raising for a certain period of time and pretty much not have a turn where I didn't have anything in raising, because that's usually when Nidhogg comes in. And lastly, during the finals, game 4, I was facing pretty much a Grand Coag OTK deck that had Nidhogg. I think it ran 3 Grand Coag, 3 Nidhogg, and maybe 2 Banchos. And yeah, opponent misplayed with Chaosmon because he swung into my Zwart defeat thinking that it would pierce before the on deletion effect would trigger, but on deletion effects happen at the end of battle. Piercing happens after the full battle has resolved, so the Chaos does die. And in the first game, actually, it was super close because I had to really play around Nidhogg, so I was really taking my time, making sure that, you know, I was putting my opponent to 1 as often as I can, and even then, green is so powerful like that, but I managed to pull through. So, that said, guys, I am now a store champion for 3 Kingdom games. I'll be representing Neverspark, Three Kingdom Games and pretty much Canada. Be one of the people representing Canada for Nats. So that's gonna be great. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you think of the deck in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you like the content. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.